Hello and welcome back. This is episode 13 of our Disco Elysium playthrough. Where are we? We are looking for the guy who was smoking on the balcony. Where are we? Task list. So the smoker on the balcony. He's in door 28 of the apartment building. He had a good view of the hanging site, but he didn't really want to talk to us. So we've got to investigate a little bit further. We found out where he was. We spoke to the cleaner, did a few little side things. We still have a ton of stuff to do, and it's only day 2, 12:40. So let's get into it. We may as well get straight into it. The door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Reaction speed. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives. Let's see if anyone's home. No one answers. Looks like the young man we're looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening. He looked around, taking in the cold spring air. We should return tomorrow after we've finished our day's work. How about 9 o'clock? Sounds good. Tomorrow at 9. Right there, apartment 28. He writes it down in his little notebook. Good, let's go. Reaction speed. Damn, turns out this is quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry, you'll get him. Logic. Remember, tomorrow he's probably gone for today. Okay. Alright, well... our to-do list... How do we get up here? If we can get up here. Our to-do list is just getting longer and longer. Can we see that from here? No. The OCD in me is bothering me. I want to start ticking some things off. Alright, let's... We've got to... Okay. Let's get... Okay. Find money to pay guard. That's fine, we'll figure that out. Hangman Boots, we can't do that. He's back at the autopsy place. The morgue. Find an armor piece. Now there's a girl who has an armor piece in the fishing village. I don't know where that is. Find the murder weapon. That's fine, we'll figure that out. Who put the clothes in the trash? May take a while. Find a way into the secret passage. We can give that a go. We know that it belongs, we think it belongs to Fritz storeroom, but anyway, Union Boss we can't do until we upgrade our savoir-faire skills, so we can make that jump. The victim's tattoo, don't know who would ask about that. I should probably talk to about 2 people about them for this. What? Maybe you can just... What? You should probably talk to about 2 people about them for this. Okay. We're still getting an update from Alice about the serial number. Find our gun, find our badge, find out who reported the crime. Find the cryptozoologist. Here, southwest across the canal. Start by going there. Prove your authority to Titus. He's the union leader guy. Find the armored gloves. Oh, the girl in the fishing village down the coast who knows something about armored gloves. We have to uncover the drug ring to get any sort of information from Joyce, who is the Wild Pines rep. Alright. One thing at a time. It's all we can do. It's all we can do. Let's start by 12:40. Let's go... We have a direction for this. Oh no, sorry, not that one. This one, the crypt is southwest. We can do that. I know where southwest is. Also known as down left. For those of you who aren't good with your north, south, east, west, down left is southwest. I don't know. No, this is down to here. We have to go back up the stairs. Let's keep going. These people can't help us. They made fun of my platonk playing. And spirited chirps and clicks of swallows fill the air. Where'd Kim go? Oh, you're stuck. I don't think we've been down this far just yet. Oh no, we have. There's a guy selling some stuff, and then there's the pawn shop there. We have some things to sell because we found a whole bunch of stuff, and you're a creep for standing there in the bushes. Water locked out of order until Wednesday, 7:15 a.m. Let's talk to this guy. Man on waterlock. G'day to you officers. Excuse me. A burly man hangs out in the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them. First things first, what are you doing here, man on the waterlock? Do you know what caused this wreckage? I wasn't here to witness it, but it looks like the tyre tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Revachol. They had a thing on how to pronounce it in the loading screen. Revachol. Too bad it only takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off then. Do you know what's further down the coast? Well, there's a fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation though. There's always been something wrong with it. He thinks for a moment. Yeah, not really much else, just bombed out ruins. We're not going to ask him for his food. Waterlock control panel. A couple of indicator lights are missing from the control panel. Loose wires dangle from now vacant holes. In the middle of a lever, beneath it a small metal plaque. Visual calculus. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning the bridge so it lets you cross the canal, but there's a crashed Samarian butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything. Okay. Butter sign down. Does that mean that we can't get down? Maybe we can. We'll have a look. Let's sell our stuff first. Now we have plenty of morale charges. We've only got one for health. Was there anything we wanted to buy in here? Because we didn't really have any money last time. Border shirts. No, we don't. We don't really need to change anything at the moment.
Hello again. How can I help you?
I want to sell something. Let's have a look. What can we sell? Let's pawn that. We don't want to sell that. That's our dice that we got made especially. I thought I had a whole bunch of clothes that I'd picked up off people. But apparently I cannot sell those things. I'd like to sell my clothes. I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Okay. And we don't need to show them the corpse. If I put the photo of the... So yeah, I got like these sunnies, but they're like -1 to authority, -1 to reaction speed. I don't really want to wear anything that's minus if I can help it. This jacket is 1 to Edicorp, and this one is 1 to conceptualization. I think this one's better. Sorry, let me just... sorry. If I put this photo of the thing into my pocket hand... Oh, no, I can't. Okay. I was going to see if I could show it to this guy. Ooh. The bottom boxes on the shelf look well loved and well travelled. Chip-dented stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels. Stand tiptoes to see more. One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boom box that says Stereo 8 approved. Interfacing. Just make sure it works before you buy it. Shopkeep. This Stereo 8 approved machine here. It's the Horman Woshi W02 made in Vespa design in Seoul. He says plays reel-to-reel formats 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real. Make sure it's all in working order. Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recording for speech, found sounds, and music from a variety of genres, even though I don't really like music. No, we're not going to buy it. We still have to pay Gart. I was hoping to actually get more money from this, because we need to pay Gart 20 real per night. We have 5. We may be pushing it. So we can't get across until tomorrow. Far out. Alright, well there goes there goes that plan. What do you buy clothes? Yeah, we've spoken to you before. The name ceiling is
Happy
embroidered.
shopping, officer. Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer. You're very cool.
He makes both hands into finger pistols and fires a few finger bullets into the air. Composure. You feel a twitch in your index finger. There's a finger shootout brewing. Whip him out.
Don't shoot, officer. Have we got an arrest here, or just a shakedown?
Shakedown.
Good one, officer. You're a funny guy. Now, what can I do for you?
This isn't a joke. Give me your money. I need money. Official police
Fire
questions.
away, officer.
Thought gained. Finger pistols. 9mm. -2 Sabo. Snapping doesn't help. You were promised a gun. That much is certain. This is why you became a cop. Yet here you are loitering around with idle hands like some sorry-ass loser from the streets. Suddenly you're supposed to be solving cases by what? Talking to people? How are they going to believe that you can protect yourself and them from savages without firearms? This ain't right. You need to think around. This is a problem. And you need to snap your fingers at people as you do. We're not going to potato. What kind of stuff are you selling? Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom. Where'd you get those comfy pants? I'm an entrepreneur, officer. He begins counting his fingers. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board. Is there a discount for cool officers like me? No need for discounts at Seling's, officer. Everything's already on sale. He nods to anything you want 50% off. Logic. But did he first mark them up 100% so he could put them on sale? No use prying. Let him keep it. That's all then. Let me ask you something. Where are you from? Me? It's too boring, sir, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol. This man probably comes from Singay, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samarasian Iola. You're from the Apricot place, right? Apricot calls to mind an era when Singay Archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say that you're from... Pronounce it very painstakingly. Singay. Very cool. I admire your awareness of intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism, but the Apricot Curiosity is a shithole. That's why I left. Right, but isn't it only a shithole because of Revachol? He smiles brightly. If you say so, officer. I don't worry too much about politics. I'm an entrepreneur, you know. Whatever's good for business is good for me. Humanitarian aid. You mean these delicious pre-packed shelf-stabled meal kits? Really easy to cook, no hassle, really cheap too. Buy some, try them out. No hassle? There's a little of a hassle here. It appears a moral hassle. Doesn't the beat up the idea of humanitarian aid if it's supposed to be free? That's what makes it humanitarian. It is practically free. Yours for 5 cents a piece. Rock that tuna. Why not some macaroni too? Don't play games with me. What's going on? No problem here, officer. I get all this from one of my suppliers, an extremely reputable guy. Reaction speed. Wait. Humanox? Humanitarian aid. Does your supplier drive the Humanox lorry over there? What? The street vendor looks over his left shoulder and stares at the lorry, as though he's never seen the lorry in his entire life. A convincing performance. Bravo. Look, officer, I'm just the real tailor. You'd have to talk to my supplier if you got questions about the supply chain. That's how the game works. Interesting. The lieutenant whips out his notebook and makes a note. Estacor. Oh, esprit du corps. We'll need more if we're going to pin down on this one, he thinks. Good question, though. Sharp eyes, officer. Drummer. It's for show, my liege. He knows that you need more than this to bust his guy. Later, perhaps. Okay. Alright. Well, that puts a little bit of a dampener in my plans to... What did I pick up? I don't remember picking that. Oh, I went up a level. Okay, it needs to go in here. Because we need to make that jump across. Cool. Alright, that answers the question then what we're doing next. Let's go, team. Come on, Kim. We can do this. I don't know who you are. Who are you? How do I talk to you? I can't get to you. God, there's things everywhere in this game. I love it. I love it. It gives you direction, but there's just so much that's open. Pretty much says, look, this is what you got to do. Figure out how to do it. We might give you some help. Maybe I can get my police jacket as well. All right. This is the third time we've tried to do this. 92%. If I fail this, I have failed at life. Thank you. Is Kim going to be able to do it as well? As you leap into the air, chilling breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses. Close your eyes, let your senses take in the world around you. Continue the voyage through the salty air. Close our eyes. Oh, killed me wrong. Ankles tingling from the sensation, blood roaring in your ears. You're ready for your rendezvous with the concrete pavement below. Continue the voyage through the salty air. Jesus, the superhero landing. As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive, alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline. Hell yeah, the lieutenant exclaims. My climbing might have not been as disco as your jump, but can we still get an ace's high? With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbour rushes back. Kim, do you want an ace's high? High five?
Yes.
Can I know it? No? We're still best friends forever? Yes? Don't ever leave me, please. Let's get my jacket back. Ooh, one to shivers, one to es de corps. Let's put this bad boy on. It's been the bane of my existence. Close. Now, this one currently has one. That's where does this go? Over that? It's a terrible looking jacket. However, I'm going to wear it because it gives us one to shivers, which we did not have before. And what is shivers? Yeah. You become more keenly aware of the surrounding. It enables you to hear the city itself truly belong to the streets. It's a supernatural ability. Old wrongs play out in the present time. Scenes across. Might be good to invest in. Because now that these are kind of all at a pretty good level, it might be good just putting some points into these ones. However, the points are also required, from my understanding, to increase these, which get us these things. So, got to do a little bit of managing there. What do you think of my jacket, Kim? You like it? I'm a policeman now. All around you, great machines in quiet quintessence. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and potent Pilsner. At least 3 packs worth of cigarette butts. If I look like a crazy person and put my bag in my hands, can I pick up? Oh yeah. Income. We're rich, Kim. Look at that, huh? Do I have to carry this bag around the whole time? No. Okay. Night Watchman's booth. This is the Night Watchman's booth. The name on the door reads Rene Arnaud. Volition failure. Listen, it's okay. Take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather. So this is where Rene... Do we know Rene? I'm going to look around. Who's Rene? If you must, Lieutenant looks around. But please hurry. We're pretty easy to spot up here. Night Watchman, nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents are meticulously organised. There's a framed photograph on the table. Looks like the inhabitant's rather pedantic when it comes to order. Let's leave the picture. He'll notice it's gone. Let's get going, the Lieutenant says impatiently. The entire neighbourhood can see us from up here. Okay. Cool. Alright. We're in the harbour. Now we can talk to whoever we need to talk to here. Interview the union boss. I believe. White pine trees are printed on the side of the screen covering. Looks like a forest under snow. What have we got? We're not going to start pushing dials and stuff, but crane control panel. A rusting control panel with several knobs, 2 buttons marked Aluma and Entrede are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to the hook block. Alumina on, Entrede off. We're not going to touch it. You see faded industrial lettering on the platform. Valsund means whale ford in Arden. God, even the translation, I barely understand the English. Now that we're in here, we should be able to... I thought this is how we got in to talk to the union boss. Alright, we've got some money. That's good. Can we go down any further? It doesn't appear so. I thought that this was the whole point. To get in here... Oh, there's a ladder over here. Oh, I see. The shipyard ahead is oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. The speaker tower is silent. There's no work to organise in the yard. Something. Alright, there's some more money there. Let's have a look at this. The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. It smells like blood. Creepy. Does that mean it's locked? What if I... If I had this in my hand... Ultra half light. What is half light? Half light is your fight or flight response. It enables you to sense the situations are about to turn. It injects palpable fear into your heart. Fear that urges you to act before it's too late. Okay. We've got gloves on at the moment. What are these ones? One to electrochemistry. What's our... Electrochemistry compared to half-light. Electrochemistry is at 4 already, so we may as well put the other gloves on. That way it's a bit even. We're going to lose 1 to electrochemistry. But now half-light and electrochemistry are the same. Okay. Good. Good find. Good work, Kim. My moral support. Alright, we're up to 7 real. Industrial-sized thermos smells like burnt coffee. Hello, I'll talk to you in a second. I'm just snooping. No, I don't want to go in there. The banner sags under the weight of the rain and snow. White waves on red.
Container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container songs are being made up as he goes along. The accent is so thick it's impossible not to notice he's Ubai. From the vanishing peninsula of Ubai Sant. on the Monday.
Container, used to be Walpine's. Container, now belongs to Everett.
The tiny man is so engaged in his work he does not notice you.
Everett, he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you're not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What is it with you people in scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks are just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
You're Ubi, right? Oh yes, born and raised in Irish. Mister, Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then, too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that from where I come from. No sir, those are just nasty rumours. Thank you for clarifying that, sir. What are you doing with the containers? Oh, I'm just here making some covers for them containers here. Yes I am. So it's easier for the crane to operate to spot them. He waits at the containers. Logic. What's going on here? Look at the amount of containers. The containers in the yard are green in wild pines livery, and the mountains rising behind Leo is all red in union colours. It's like some red infection was spreading outward from the container yard's core. Perception. There appears to be a cistern underneath the union container covers. Looks like a massive redecorating operation, Kim. Yes, they're hiding it from inside. All the red containers have Gibraltar's union logo on them. Leo, has anyone told you why you need to change the covers? No, not really, he shrugs and continues merrily. Mr. Everett doesn't tell me all the big things, so I just go and tell... says I go and tell them to everyone. What's underneath the red covers? Oh, I don't know, mister. They say it's some Chi Macals. Most of them have labels on them, I think. Thanks, Leo. Oh, no trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. Where is everyone? Harbour's empty. Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates keeping the scabs from coming in. He leans in with a confidential look. We're on strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. We haven't worked for about 2 months now. So no one is working? Not everyone is down there, of course, he chuckles. Mr. Everett's in his office, where he always is, and Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. He pauses to think. But Titus and his boys got in some drunken trouble, and Everett sent them to a nice vacation for a week or so. He stops but seems eager to tell you more. What trouble did Titus and his friends get into? Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's Union's business. He smiles and leans closer. Him and his boys stirred something up in town, probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off. But what did they actually do? I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let some steam out. I don't really know the details, but I just know the boys are, you know. That's just how the boys are, you know. Another chuckle. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school. Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hardies. He looks at you for assistance. Rhetoric. Look at him. It's not going to be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow. No, let's keep it on topic. Too rowdy, Leo. What kind of fight did they get into? Did they kill a mercenary? Too late. Leo's mouth was still moving and words are spewing forth. Words, and look, even more words. Is that what Kim wanted? Yeah. Even this guy could go on till the end of days. Now he's talking about some drunk sawmill owner. No, he already switched to a price fishing rod. He apparently owed it at some point. You know what? Just cut in there with your question. Do you work here? Yes, everybody needs a job and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way, Leonard Bellick. But everyone just calls me Leo. I'm a little man. The little man raised his hand in a welcoming gesture. I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady. Who is Miss Beaufort? The lieutenant looks up at Leo. A real pretty lady with skin like those Dawn Sauce candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once dinner is done, and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here, and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Who does he remind me of? It's a character from a movie, and I can... Oh, it's Petrie from The Land Before Time. The pterodactyl. Am I showing my age a little bit here? Petrie, yeah. Oh no, Ducky. It's Ducky from The Land Before Time. Ducky is the one who... Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So who is she? Oh, Lizzie. She's a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the rivers. 4 years she was gone, and then she came back. She was all fancy and lawyery. He respects that word. That's obvious. But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure. He goes on, if my missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy. If she turns out like her, but she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so. She knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years. She has. He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes. Logic. Law school? Could she be talking about the union fixer, aka the gardener? Okay, so this union fixer, the gardener. Looks like it. I'm not sure what a fixer is, but she's a real nice girl. Smart as a whip too. The guy smiles a disarming smile at you. Rhetoric. Telling the gardener you know her name might throw her off. Perhaps something to consider later. What's in the container over there? Oh, that one. He looks at the container. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up. Looking for the leader. Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They lived their entire lives in the here neighborhood. He coughs, then continues immediately. Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Egger, his brother, are real good guys, made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett, Mr. Egger, and I went to the same school we did when we were boys. Easy now, Leo. I just want to know where I can find him. Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is, in his office. Goodbye, Leo. Thank you for the chat. I don't think there's anything else here we can interact with. Oh, I lie. Or is this where I found the money? Oh, no more money. All these people are going to come back from whatever they were doing and all their money will be gone. Alright, let's have a look. The coffee in the giant thermos is still lukewarm. A stair made of pallets leading up. You must be Mr. Everett. A taxidermy fish that tells time. Anything else to interact with before we talk to him to get the upper hand? No. Everett Clare. Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up at you from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you. With great effort he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you. Composure. With a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled. Let's get straight to business. There's been a murder.
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
Dubois. We are Harry Dubois.
I'm Everett Clare, head of the Debargeurs Union here in Martinez.
The man relaxes into his chair and continues.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand.
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
Ahead, detective.
Estical. Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Inland Empire. Forget about that. What is it with Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name. I'd rather stand.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner as equals. Take a seat, I insist.
I don't sit.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions.
As he nods, his multiple chins move like ocean waves.
I too have convictions, one of which is that I will not engage any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
He turns his back to his typewriter. You're no titan of volition, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Remain serious.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debargeurs Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
Oh, we lost a health. I better get it back up. The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
By the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Garte. Some people have no manners. It pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with the cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
He points at it again. Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it. You know Gart?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
Drama. With a grin, he points to the check again. It's like you're in a game show. At least, don't thank him for it.
Okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then.
He crosses his arms in his ample midsection. He sinks further into his
Now,
chair.
I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun. Lost gun.
His slugs like lips move, but all you hear is the echo, lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. Half-light. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape from the gravitational pull, lost and gun. Now the reason I'm doing this, I've only got 2 of each, and if I lose all of either, then it's game over. Again. Drama. When he said don't worry, he actually meant be very worried. I'm not worried. I've got this.
Are you alright, Harry? You say you've got this, but you seem a little anxious to me. Don't be. Everything's going to be alright. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be alright.
Hand-eye coordination. It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep it at least 2 barrels loaded. Oh, don't panic. 28. Oh no. Good God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are going to shoot themselves with it. Try to stay cool.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
Oh, my morale. What is this Mr. Composure? What is this Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating what he's trying to pull here. You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
Keep saying that like there are no Harrys that you might get to a safe place.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Composure. Maybe you could use your hand somehow in a kind of throwing motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois back at him. He's Mr. Dubois. Actually, this chair is quite uncomfortable. I could use that glass of water.
What an odd demonstration of... Huh? You got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time, and I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Reaction speed. Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions. Volition easy. It's about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity. I'm told the union is involved in local drug trade. I want to talk about the hanging. Of course, that's your main thing here. That's why you're here in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here and I would love to discuss it with you. Task complete. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, I've been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me. But there's a thing that been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open. Yes, that sounds good, the lieutenant says with a slow nod. Let's do that. But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. Suddenly, he slaps himself on the forehead. You're the police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors. You've heard wrong, Everett. We're not. Oh, you're being too modest, my friend, he chuckles. But don't worry, this annoying thing I've been completely legal. I just need you to open a door. I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging. Harry, my dear friend, he thinks I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on. Why don't you open it yourself? Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. He slams his fists together. You look like you could run around all day. You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you? I repeat, I am a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. Whose door is it? Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about. What do you mean by weasel? A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly. He removes his glass and rubs his nose. Just go there, unlock the door and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want you to look over it. Want this to be over so I can just discuss business with you. No, I'm not working for you. Of course, Harry, I understand, but if that's the case, I don't think we'll ever find your gun. Even worse, we won't be able to speak like equals about the murder. Perhaps it's just bad timing for you. Know that you can always come back to me. I really hope so. For your sake and my sake. And for your gun's sake too. Yes, we both understand what you meant. This may be the only way, he thinks. I won't hold it against you. In fact, we probably should reconsider later. I met Joyce. Oh, that's very nice. I haven't got around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you are getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that it's not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here. Just pals? Yes, we're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. His smile widens. Don't feel like you shouldn't work with her just because of you and I are such good friends. I'm not a jealous guy. I'm not a jealous guy. What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. Garmont? What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go. He made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally go like that? He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left. You called him a midget? Harry, he exclaims, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. Abruptly, he smiles and changes his tone. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals. Why haven't you let her in to see you? If she actually wants to see me, she'll find a way in. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with bad negotiators. It's a fortress. He knows she can't get in here. Volition. He doesn't want to see her. It's simple as that. Joyce said the previous union leader vanished. Under suspicious circumstances. Vanished. Harry, the woman, left her casserole in the oven. He couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check it. The election can wait. The man frowns disapprovingly. When she got back, the whole thing was over. Wait, there was no mention of casserole from Joyce. Joyce didn't mention any casserole. Harry, Harry, Harry! Do not fixate on a little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. What's the point? Her heart wasn't in it. Mine was. Everett, Joyce thinks the union is lowballing her. Yes, lowballing, of course. He's suddenly very serious. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihood are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types. Composure. His expression makes it clear this is childish and irresponsible behaviour. Let's talk about something else. Of course, Harry, let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organisation. I have no interest in what she's doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this, he makes an all-encompassing gesture, is a secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture on my singing swordfish clock. He looks around. Tells her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind. Conceptualization. It is rather interesting to tell people about things each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now. Oh, did I do the wrong thing? I don't want to come across, like I've said before in this game, and an aspect that I do thoroughly enjoy, because it's quite unique in a lot of games. It's not a matter of clicking on everything and asking every single question, because what I've learned is sometimes you lose stature, and then when you try to do those chance options, it's lowered because of it. So like, do we ask him why he calls Mr. Dubois and then reveal that we've lost our memory? You know, like things like that. And ask him how he got to him. We don't want to feel like we're showing off, you know. Do we mention the local drug trade? Then he knows we're looking into it. Like even just then talking about Joyce, like he's picked up on that. And so every choice needs to be considered, which is great, because there are where you just blindly click on stuff. And I did that at the start. That's why I talked about Joyce. I didn't think all the way through. He's already mentioned the gun. Let's talk about that. Yes, your lost gun. He faces his turn serious. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort. Rhetoric. The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage. Hold on. Could he really hold my gun hostage? Wait, my gun may have been brought back from Roy's pawn shop. Have your men factored that in? I'll not be blackmailed with this gun business. Hold on, could he really hold my gun hostage? This is me talking to myself. Rhetoric. Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it. If I say that he blackmailed me, he's going to take offense. I'll not be blackmailed with this gun business. Harry, I was only trying to be tactful. A lost gun is a dangerous thing. I can't have it around in my neighborhood. His tone was something very serious. Kids could be playing the gun roulette as we speak. Teenage gangs could be arming themselves. Get a hold of yourself, Harry. I assure you, we are working on locating the Mr. Sidearm as well. Esticore. The Lieutenant is concerned about the lost gun and feels that the fact that you haven't prioritized looking for it as unfortunate, if inevitable, and doesn't put the RCM in good light. Excellent, Mr. Kitsuragi. That's excellent news. Looks like we have a friendly gun finding competition on our hands. Let's leave. Wait. He leans, reaches into his drawer and pulls out a plastic card. You need this to get in and out through the gate. Thanks, I was wondering how I was supposed to get out. Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry. Alright. I'm reluctant. I'm reluctant to take on that task. I have a feeling that we're going to have to. Let's go out and see if we can have a chat to Kim about some things. I need his guidance. Talk to me, Kim.
Yes?
You got anything for me? Nothing.
Oh, hey, mister. I need to be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And a lot of folks really did keep coming back.
I have some questions for you if that's not too much trouble. No, it's got nothing. Alright. Let's have a look. We can't talk to the smoke until tomorrow. We spoke to drivers. I could only find 2 of the 3 drivers. Maybe we'll have a look around again. See if we can find more about that. Joyce knows about the lynching, but she wants to know about the drugs first. The gloves are in the fishing village, which we can't get to until the gate opens Wednesday. It is now day 2. I don't know what day that is. Authority to Titus and find the cryptozoologist. We can't get to the zoologist until we open the bridge gate thing. Authority, we have to work on improving our authority skill. At the moment it's 3, but we might go and regate that. We haven't tested it yet with him because I didn't want to fail in front of him. Find money. We got some money. Get the boots of the victim feet, we can't do. Find 1 armor piece, that's connected to the girl in the fishing village. Murder weapon. We have to look around for that. Find out who put the stuff in the trash. I don't know. Explore the Whirling Secrets passage. We might do that next episode. The victim's tattoo. I know, I feel like I'm avoiding solving the crime because it involves being dodgy on so many levels. Yeah, today's Tuesday. Completed Tuesday. Okay. Oh, yeah, of course. Duh. It says Tuesday right there. The victim's tattoos. Not sure. I think we already asked one person about that. Joyce. That will come back tomorrow. Track down your badge. We sorted out the gun a little bit. Is that here? Find... Yeah, track down your gun. He's got our gun. For sure. Alright. I think we might wrap it up there. I think we're going to have to accept it. I was hoping there'd be a way to solve this without... That union guy's a sleaze, and I got no time for him. But, I don't know. I don't know. Any advice in the comments would be greatly appreciated. For the channel or for the series, and I cannot wait to get back into this one and try and actually tick off. We did tick off a few. Did we add any? I don't think we added too many, which is good. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.